Hey guys, it's drawing day, and today I had a viewer comment that they wanted to know how to do something that's kind of sensitive, a little troubling to me personally. So I thought I would just face it head on and see if I can work my way through this while I show you some pretty valuable information on how to draw people, and mainly their hair. As you might have guessed, I am follically challenged. I think my profile picture has a picture of me hatless, but that's definitely one of the reasons I like wearing hats a lot, mainly because my head gets cold all the time. But I'm not going to let that deter me. I'm going to give you a good demo on how to draw hair. It is a pretty good question because I do see this a lot whenever we're in figure drawing class with my students up at the university, is that they tend to want to draw hair strand by strand, and it just kind of looks thin. So we don't want that. We want a full head of hair. Even though I can't grow it, I'm going to show you how you can draw it. So I've got several faces. We're going to do some real quick studies of these faces with the hair, and I'll show you the breakdown on how to do it. So let's get started. All right, so I'm going to start. I've got like about 6 different heads with different hairstyles and things, but they all have one thing in common. They have nice, rich, flowing hair, and it's kind of a challenge to figure out when you're first getting started. But the big idea and the challenge, the thing that you need to do is to think of hair as groups of different shapes. All right, so you kind of work out the big shape and then break it down into some sub shapes and then go from there. So here's how to kind of think of it. So if you have a lock of hair, so you try to look at your hair and look at it in a way that you can identify those shapes. I'm just going to quickly do a quick lock. All right, so there's a lock of hair right there. It comes right down into the root of the head right there, right through here. So there's a whole lock, and it's just basically that type of a shape. Now, hair can have a fairly flat feel to it, or it can have a rounded feel to it. And in this case, you can even do some cross contour shapes to it to get an idea of how the light would hit it and light the form of this lock of hair. So once you get the basic shape figured out, you kind of know if it's a flat lock or if it's here. We'll draw another one right next to it. We'll draw this one out here like this. There's another lock, but this time it's going to swoop in the other direction. All right, so you're just really trying to figure out the overall form of the lock of hair, and then you can figure out how you're going to then start to shade it, right, like that. All right, or here we go. We're going to shade it this way on that one, and then the kick is then you draw in the strands. So, and that's what's going to give it the look of hair. All right, so these are just imaginary lines. I'll do another one here. Let's just do a face right now. So, all right, so we got this guy right here. These are going to be really pretty straightforward, simple faces. All right, he's got a very square jaw. We'll just throw that in there. All right, we'll just get the rough shape. All right, we'll get his eyes right in here. All right, there's eyes. We got the nose coming in here like that. And then lip, lower lip. All right, so now let's come in. His ear's going to be right in here. Throw an ear in there, throw an ear right there. We got the cheekbone. There we go. So there we go. We just drew us a face real fast. Let's get his eyebrows in there. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Now let's go after his hair. So first shape we're going to work on is just to try to get the overall shape of the hair as it comes in and around. All right. And try to get the right height and the attitude to it. And if it's kind of jaggedy on that side, coming around down on this side. So there's the first shape that you're going to worry about. Well, he's also got this high forehead right there, and the hair is kind of arcing. You can see it. It's just arcing around like this. And this is a good indicator of giving you the direction and the flow of all the hair and what's happening there. And then you can start breaking it down and intensifying some of the sub shapes and things like that. So this is a primary shape right there, comes around. So you're starting to build all of these various locks, and this one comes down like that. And then we have one other subset right goes that direction. All right, so all these directions, and then you can start adding in the value. All right, this one also starts coming around, and it comes clear around to get that big lock, this hanging hair out here. Kind of comes around and then comes around like that. All right, so we'll just block that in, and then you'll see his forehead, and this side's all in shadow. All right, there we go. So let me keep working on that, and then once you get the shading, the right values, then you can kind of come in and work in the individual strands just to indicate the there we go, the individual locks and then the hair. So all right, so there's one guy. He doesn't quite have that strong a chin. There we go, that's better. So real fast face studies. There we go. All right, one little character. Let's get this gal right here. She's got the traditional bob haircut right there. So let's get her kind of going. All right, I'm going to do pull a little Riley method right here. So her head's right like that. Her eye line's right down here like that. We'll pull that chin down right in there like that. All right, so we'll get the nose pulled out. There it is. Boom. And we'll pull the lip out. There we go. Bada boom, bada bing. Get the nice little chin right there. You can see just a bit of her eye over here. There we go. And a bit of her forehead right there. The rest of it's all going to be hair right in here. Her one eye, her other eye is right behind the closed eye, and we'll get an eyelid. We'll pull the eyelid right up right like that. Okay, so we got us a face real fast, and now let's get that hair in here, and we'll just start building the shapes. These little dagger-like shapes we're going to indicate, and then we have the other shapes. Again, same thing, looking for this type of a shape like that. Right there at the front, comes around, her kind of an irregular shape like that, comes around on the back side, a little higher on the back side. Get that right there, coming around. Got a few little wisps like that. Her neck, jaw would come in right there. I'm imagining that. So that hair comes on around, comes around. So you're just really looking for locks of hair that you can draw in there and use for reference, for highlights, for shading, modeling. Top of her hair's got a lot of streaks and strands, thinner strands this time. And then it's just a matter of starting to shade out. Get everything shaded just right. All right, so working up, just like in watercolor, going light to dark, loose to tight, figuring out where the density is, where the highlights are. And this, a lot of times when you're drawing, it would work pretty well with charcoal because you can do a big mass of value. All right. And that's just line as value right there. Hang on. Let me throw this. That shoulder is coming in right off her chin right there like that. And then she's got that nice long neck right here with the t-shirt coming around. All right. There we go. Got a nice shadow under her chin. So, and then it's just simply a matter of coming in and adding in all the strands. This is where you finally start drawing various strands. You can even throw some out here on the sides, intensifying. All right. like that. Now you start, you don't have to draw as many strands once you get the shapes and everything figured out, and start building up the values. Some of the strands will be lighter, some will be behind and darker. It'll have a dark area on a divot, things like that. All right, we'll pull this. Actually, she's darker right up here, like that. All right, so how's that looking? It's pretty quick. I'm trying to do this is down and dirty. This is a turn and burn little sketch that you can practice. Got to get a cheek right in there. Let's just throw that modeling right there on her face, right there on her nose. All right, so, and then, yeah, you can throw in those light little wispy things. Not that her picture is showing that, but once you start getting into the hair, you can get pretty inventive on it. So it's lighter right up in this area, so I just keep working on bringing down the tonal range. Like that. There we go. Losing some edges, darkening things up. It's really dark right in through here, almost this kind of a shape. So I'm going to just keep adding a little more value into that. It's getting really wispy over here. All right, so there's one. Actually, it needs to have more of a right back here. There we go. This old guy looks fun. I got again another one of these old guys. He's got a good head of hair. Yeah, he looks older than I am even. He still has his hair. That really annoys me. It gets me right here. All right, let's see here. So let's get his face. He's kind of got a long face. I'll just kind of get him in here. He's got the nice, there we go. Pull it up this way. Yeah. So eye line, his nose is going to be about right in here. He's got this mouth right up in here. There we go. Yeah. All right, eye right there. Oh, he's got a droopy eye. There he goes. He's got a lot of bags under his eyes too. I don't have that bad of bag eyes. There we go. Everything's a give or take. There we go. Get the eyebrow. Get the eyebrow. All right, we're gonna get a nice little nose going here. Got a nice shadow, and he's got that really steep cheekbone. All right, so now his hair. His ear's right over here. It starts right about where the eye is. I'm not worried about a lot of detail here. Just want to get enough of the face to get the hair placed on it. So there we go. Got a nice crease on the brow. There's his brow. All right, and now right up here is where his hairline is going to be. Kind of comes in, divots down, comes back up, high forehead like that. All right, this is actually almost a caricature. So, all right, so we're going to pull that hair up, kind of bows out, comes up like this until it hits about where the swoop in the hair is, and then we're going to pull his whole top of his head out like this. He's got a little cowlick piece of hair right there, comes down off of the side of the head a little more like that. All right, so you can start seeing all sorts of different shapes in here. So you just kind of have to build up, find those locks, and the top of the head's kind of like this, starts to straighten out, it rolls around over here like that. We got it locked this way. It swoops over like this. So look for those shapes, and that's going to give you, again, your shading. How to go about and get the shading, the directions of the lines that you're going to be making. This whole side's more in shadow. Here, let me get get his brow line. I did elongate his head. So I'm just going to shadow. This is just line his value here. But once I get that done, you can really come in and start adding in the separation. There we go. That lock is heading off in that direction. Starts to come up like this. This lock heads off this way. So it's all about following the direction those locks that hair is making. That looks like crap. Let's look here. Excuse me. All right. All right, there we go. All right, and let me get the bags under his eyes. If he gets all that hair, he doesn't get to have no bags. All right, there we go. There we go. So, yeah. Anyway, this is a very rough, quick demo on just finding lock shapes and then adding the tone, trying to get the form, what kind of a form that lock is making, and then just adding in the value. And then of course the strokes for the individual hair and stuff. So he's got some wispies up here. You could even throw a few wild ones out there. There we go. So give this a try. It's a lot of fun. Gives you something to do. Practice when you're in meetings, when you're doing your caricatures and your faces of your colleagues as you're sitting there listening to them drone on. So there we go. But it is a lot of fun, and it's definitely worth sitting down, learning how to do it, and practicing it. Once you get the practice done, all sorts of good things start to happen. So now I'm just sitting there drawing everything but the hair. This is a hair tutorial, Rusty. Come on. All right. How's this looking? This damn pencil, I'm catching a glare from the lights. I can't see what the hell I'm drawing. So, and then once you get these all figured out, you could throw a marker paper on it and then also do your little marker comp on top of it. So, how's that looking? Yeah, it's coming along. It's not bad for a sketch, but that's really essentially what you're going to do. The less individual strands you draw and you look for these shapes, the better off you're going to be when you're trying to draw hair. So I'm looking here. All right, so there's 3 quick heads, different hair, looking for locks, and then the individual hair strands. So that's really all you got to do. And you can do it fast, you can do it slow, you can take your time, build those things up, really catch some of those highlights. It's really about the light and the dark patterning and how it flows across that individual lock that you're looking for. So give this a try. It should work, whether you have hair or not, if you practice. So, hey, I hope you got some value out of this quick little tutorial. Give me a like and a subscribe if you did. Head over to my Patreon channel. Give me a $5 a month membership if you think what I'm doing on this entire channel with all the free videos for everybody is worth that kind of support. Please, I do appreciate it if you do. Head over into my video description as well, and I have a bunch of downloads and links and everything in there. Those are affiliate links, so if you click on any of those things that go over to Amazon, I will get a little commission off of any purchases you make, and I do appreciate you doing that as well. So I'll see you in the next tutorial.